7'2" after 7'2" coming in and out took you guys out of that.
Yeah, we weren't smart at the basket. We would not drive in there and kick out. We were going up against these 7'2" guys who are great at walling up, and I'm sitting there, guys, will you just jump stop, kick out? We were really erratic. I wasn't happy with a lot, honestly. I was happy probably with the last 3-4 minutes. And we played our best basketball at the end, which was great. But we did not play like we had played the first 9. So it's great that we can learn from a win. But we need to understand, like, when we play like that, and especially now that we've won a lot of games, it's a big game to other people. That's a new, thing in itself. And so we got to stick together and stay the course. We were not offensively very smart, but I thought at the end our defense and our rebounds would won us again.
So this isn't meant to offer up an excuse, and I mean it's not, but I want to know how much it affected you. That probably was, I think, offensively, at least the first half, maybe the ugliest I've seen you guys play this year. I mean, there were just some problems, right? And I'm curious how much of that is. You guys were playing a game 2 days ago. You guys fly yesterday. How much of that is?
Yeah, I was worried about the elements. When you're from the East Coast, when your teams play in Madison Square Garden, they kind of act like goofballs at times. You got to remind them. And for whatever reason, sometimes when guys come to Vegas, it's like the West Coast version of Madison Square Garden, and you can't play for the fans, your family, whatever. Like, you got to play the right way. And I thought offensively, we were just not smart in the first half. And we got to get back to turning the ball and breaking the defense down. So I think there's going to be a lot of learning experiences. Maybe it was fatigue. Fatigue can make you do some silly things, but we've got to hold ourselves to the highest standard. If we want to win games, that's what you got to do.
What about Josiah? That first media timeout, he scores 6 of your points. You guys are up 10-6, and then he gets a forearm, as it looked like he was describing, a shot to the head, and misses the entire next media timeout stretch, and they go on an 11-0 run. And you guys didn't catch him then again until the end. So I'm curious, how big was Josiah, but also how important is it for the other guys to step up? Because Josiah's kind of been that guy. When Mo goes out, like, Josiah steps up. And, like, for that stretch, nobody really seemed to step up for Josiah.
That's the hard part is we've been able to, with Morris, sub him out, put Josiah in, maybe play small at the 4. And we weren't able to do that. And it felt weird because it was like, oh, Josiah's not in.
It's kind of the first time Joe was the guy not available
for sure.
For somebody else.
Yeah, because he hasn't really been in foul trouble much. I could have maybe gone with Sebastian a little bit, but I like having one of those bigs in at the same time. But yes, that was alarming. But I thought Barima stepped up and did some really good things in the first half.
How do you think Jalen handled another small, fast point guard? He hasn't played a whole lot of those.
Yeah, I thought they were good. I really did. I have a lot of respect for them. Jalen he stayed the course. I think he was much better offensively in the second half than the first half. Made some big shots down the stretch. He played an efficient game. I just we got to really evaluate the film and just see when we play like individuals. I mean, we didn't have we had 10 assists, 10 turnovers, a little bit too much hero ball. But Jalen made some big shots down the stretch for sure. And missed some around the basket he could have made.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I am curious now, you guys get off your feet, I imagine, the next couple days or something like that. But what do you need to do to turn around? I don't know if you know this, but Sunday you guys play a game against a team that has a coach that people have heard of. So what do you need to do to you're now taking 10-0 into a game that the national media will at least pay attention to? I don't know if they're all going to show up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I played the game because I thought it would bring great exposure to our program. It worked out for Iona. They're going to Hawaii. So it just made sense. I thought it would be a great game to fill the pit. It'd be great for our fans to get some, exposure in the Twin Cities, which I love. Twin Cities, excuse me, Albuquerque. But like I told them, it's not about me versus my dad. Just like it's not about you and your family and your whatever. It's about our team. And if I find a way to beat my dad on Sunday, he's still going to have like 700 more wins than me, 7 more Final Fours than me, a couple more national championships. So, to me, it's a great example I'm going to show them because the one thing I try to do with them is I don't ever make it about myself. I'm not that type of coach. So this is for our community to be able to come celebrate the pit, come celebrate obviously 10-0 team. But we got target on our back now, and Iona needs these type of wins to maybe get an at-large bid. These are really, they don't have a league like the Mountain West, so they got to take advantage of this opportunity. They got to take advantage of Hawaii, and I know Iona's going to be ready to go. They're going to play hard. So we'll take off tomorrow, regroup.
I do want to ask about Morris specifically because those big men were taking Morris out of it, but he seemed to stay the course too. Morris kind of in the second half, he kind of kept going at it. He was taken out of it, but I thought he stayed the course. Did you see the same? What did you think of Morris?
Yeah, he kicked one out, I think led to a 3. I forget who made it, but we got to start learning now, okay, if they put a 7-footer on you, you got to pass the ball out. If they trap you, you got to pass the ball out. For the first 9 games, nobody's really taken our bigs out. San Fran, that's an NCAA tournament team last year. They have great size. They went one-on-one, and they took us out of a lot of it. Well, that's the point about offensively playing like a team. We weren't doing it. We weren't playing intelligently.
All right, last one is I did talk to Jamal Mashburn's dad, Jamal Mashburn Sr., and asked him, since he did play for your father, who do you got on Sunday? Do you have any guess what he said?
I'm going to say, because he played for my dad, he'll say my dad just because he'll try to get in Jamal Jr.'s head a little bit.
Not a chance. He said, I'm going with my son. He's riding with the Lobos, he said.
You know what? It's really a great game for us. We're lucky that we were able to play this one and find a way to win it, because I was really concerned with the travel, with the one-day prep and all that. Now we get a little bit of rest, and hopefully we have a great day of practice. See if we can have a great opportunity in the pit.
I think for us, this whole year, the whole story about this year is just trusting us and trusting what we work on in practice every day, what our coaches, what we scout, and just trusting it and keep going through a full game of 40 minutes, because we know that this team was going to get up a lot of threes and go on their run, and they did. They were up most of the game, so it was nothing different that we changed in the locker room or at halftime. We just stick to our normal game plan and just, shots were going to fall, and we were going to execute.
Shots are going to fall. They weren't for you in the first half, and then in the second half, you carried them home there at the end. I know I've asked you kind of variations of this before, but do you ever lose any confidence? Like, man, it's just not falling this game?
Hell no. I mean, no, it's not me. I mean, I stay with my confidence. I put in the work. I trust my work, and any given game, I'm gonna go out and be myself with no dramatic acting. So, that's all. I have the utmost confidence in myself.
Mean anything to you when you got courtside? You got family sitting courtside?
Of course. I mean, I love when they come and support me and watch. They always watch from home, but just them being here just gives me an extra boost of energy, of love, and and he knows the game. He's been where I want to go, so he's showing me points and just throughout the game, and it helps. I mean, he's there for me, so I love it.
So I asked before you came out here. I asked your dad Sunday, Pitino versus Richard Pitino. Mm-hmm. Mashburn history with both of them, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I asked him. I said, "Who's going to win?" Mm-hmm. What do you think he said?
He said us. I know he said us. I know he's rocking with us all day, regardless of if it's coach. You know what I'm saying? I know he's rocking with me all day. So that's the answer that he gave.
What do you guys got to do to get ready for Sunday at this point? I mean, get off your legs, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, no, we know that there's a team that likes to press. So, we're going to work on, that game prep. And, they're a really aggressive team defensively. And they're a great team. Rick Pitino is a Hall of Fame head coach. So they're going to be coming ready to go in the pit. So we'll just get off our feet and just work on our preparation for Iona.
I just feel like the refs, I feel like the refs did a good job officiating, but like in terms of letting us play, let's play, which is good. They did that, but when I was posting up, they kind of had help side, so I couldn't really get to my moves like that. But I should have passed the ball, did more pick and roll, but they had good bigs over there. That's a great team.
You guys haven't trailed at halftime
tonight. Yeah.
You guys haven't had a game that really went down the wire like that since San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, since St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So you guys at least had that before, but what's to say about this team? Do you guys pulled another one?
It's great, man.
Like, the poise is in question.
Great. I mean, like at some point in time, like this team is gonna have to face adversity, and we did today. We came out victorious, and that's like a building, like a milestone to a good team facing adversity, and we did that today, man. It's big time.
You guys had Josiah in the first media timeout score 6 points, right?
Yes.
And then he sits down for the entire next media timeout.
Yes.
Got hit in the head, got forearm.
Yeah.
They go on an 11-0 run.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The next media timeout while he was out. And he's obviously filling for you in foul trouble
yes.
at St. Mary's.
Yes.
How did you you guys try and respond from that? Because they had the lead ever since. After that run, they led until the end there.
Yeah, I know. It was tough. You know, JoJo's a big part of our defense and offense. He brings a lot of energy. But, like, at some point, I'm in foul trouble, he's in foul trouble. Someone has to fill those shoes. And that team had made big-time shots at the right time. And they had to lead until, 2 minutes left. And Mash just started pulling in and going crazy. So, man, very emotional game, man. Game of runs. And, you know, we came out victorious, which is amazing, man.
Right. 10-0. You guys got
Woo!
the Pitino game. You guys got coming.
Yeah, man.
What you guys got to do? You guys got to get off your feet a little bit too, you know?
Facts.
But
True.
What do you got to do to get ready for Sunday?
True. You know, this was like a quick turnaround game, very quick turnaround, and we had a flight yesterday, got off the flight, and just played hard, played like warriors, man. No matter what the officiating is, no matter how they making shots, you know what I'm saying? We came out here, we played as hard as we can. It was ugly in the first half, very ugly. I was missing shots, everybody missing shots, but everybody's going to have those games. So it's just how you respond, and I feel like as a team we responded well.